To say United Polaris Lounges are quite a step up from the United Clubs is an understatement, as they're not even in the same league. These new lounges are a fantastic way to start your international first or business class flight experience by relaxing with a nice cocktail or ordering an excellent meal from their great menu that they provide to you. This was my first visit to the Chicago Polaris Lounge. In my opinion, it's right up there in the quality and comfort of the other Polaris lounges that I have visited in San Francisco and Houston, Texas. The lounge has a massive supply of various juices, bottled waters, soda, coffee, and teas for your enjoyment. Other stations have various fruits, yogurts, cereals with milk and cream, along with bread and pastries. The center station has different soups, and depending on the time of day or the evening, there are either breakfast, lunch, or dinner items that are put out. The bar is also stocked with top shelf liquors, wines, and large assortments of various beers for your enjoyment. The one thing about these lounges is that you never feel crowded, and there's plenty of seating space all the time. If you want a private place to work, you have it. Or if you just want to stare out of the floor-to-ceiling glass windows, you have that also. There's something for everybody in these lounges. You'll note when you go to any of the seating areas that you have power hookups and USB ports for you, so your computers or other personal items are never drained. Personally, I always make sure I have plenty of time in the lounge to relax. Therefore, I like ordering from the menu in the restaurant area. They have excellent choices of main entrees, and you are not limited to just one item. If you see several items that sound good, order all of them along with your favorite beverage to accompany your meal. On this day, I ordered the seared ribeye steak along with the shrimp and grits. My mouth is still watering thinking about these dishes. Since I knew I was going to be eating a little later on the aircraft, I made the tough decision to skip the dessert. But I'm sure that those desserts are just as good as the other items that I had. The drink menu has a considerable selection of specialty drinks, and it can be difficult to decide which one to get because there's just so many choices. As I said earlier, there's an outstanding selection of beers and wines, and speaking of wines, they do not spare any expense on the quality of the wines that they serve. As you can see, I had no difficulty getting a seat in the restaurant and found the service to be absolutely excellent with a very attentive staff. Another thing worth mentioning is the overall beautiful ambiance of the club and the restaurant. The entire club is so tastefully done with modern muted colors. It just makes the overall experience so nice. This lounge is equipped with everything you will need before or after a long international flight. If you need your own private shower room stocked with all amenities, you have it. If you need a bed to take a nap in, they have it. If you need a helpful staff to solve your flight issues, they have it. My review of this Polaris Lounge is, it is one of the top lounges for air travel, and United has outdone themselves. On the 1 to 10 scale, I give it a 10. And now on to the flight. Getting ready to board on our United Flight 851 from Chicago to Beijing. And it's a 13.5-hour flight. And we're looking forward to it as we are riding up in first class.
I could go in here. See how deep it is?
You should be in there. It's way too much room here. Just what's that? In the Polaris class, you are supplied with top-of-the-line Saks Fifth Avenue blankets and pillows, so when you're ready for a bed, you know you're going to be comfortable. Your amenity kit comes with a toothbrush, toothpaste, socks, 3 different types of lotions, alcohol, hand sanitizers, and a bunch of other stuff that they somehow fit inside that tiny can. Problem with power. We got USB ports here. Your seat adjustments. Entertainment center. Regular power over there. And our flat screen TV. More storage. After waking up from a beautiful night's sleep, breakfast was served, and a few hours later, we landed in Beijing, China, where our real adventure would begin. On this trip, we would travel to Nepal to see Mount Everest, Mongolia, the Kingdom of Bhutan, Tibet, and then on to Shanghai, where we would return back to the United States. This United Airlines flight was perfect in every way, starting with the great staff, a clean aircraft with all cabin items functioning properly, fantastic food, and a safe landing, most important of all. My review for this first class international flight is also going to be a 10.